What's going on? We are in the semifinals now of Sandbox. We're going up against Seed 2, which is Burst. Burst's team is on screen at the moment. I'm not sure if you all at home are aware of this, but this team is pretty stacked. This team is loaded with absolutely phenomenal amount of threats, a lot of really strong Pokemon here. We'll go over the list now. There's the Magnemite, Cutiefly, Corphish, Fennekin, Rowlet, Lotad, Lechonk, Vampy, Meditite, Grubbin, and Cosmog. So basically, we'll just put on the record that there are a lot of threats there that I might gloss over a little bit. Stuff like the Magnemite's a really solid tier 1, really good special attacker. Corphish, really good priority hitter with those adaptability Aqua Jets, especially backed with a terrestrialization boost and maybe even like an item boost as well. Something like a Life Orb or a Choice Band, or honestly even Mystic Water or something like Splash Plate does really solid work in regards to that. We don't have the best ways to take that either. So, yeah, there's that. Fennekin's a pretty solid special attacker as well. Does have the option to run the Will-O-Wisp as well, which has been a pretty common way that Sotodle has been managed by a lot of coaches. So maybe Burst sees that line as well. But I am going to cut right to the chase, to be honest. If we see Meditite Cutiefly on lead, I think we lose on the spot. And I don't say that because I believe it. I say that because I have had other people who I've asked about it say the exact same thing. So, I mean, we could go to our team, our full team. We can have a bit more look into it there. So that's it there. Ta-da. So yeah, so we are Mewtwo, Esper, Snivy, Fuecoco, Oshawott, Swablu, Azurill, Dreepy, Joltik, Diglett, and Sotodle. So main issues being, Diglett is the only thing that's naturally faster than the Cutiefly. To be honest, if Dreepy was a little bit faster and was faster than Cutiefly, it genuinely would have been considered as a lead, because both Diglett and the Dreepy could have made themselves immune to the Fake Out and be able to put double in pressure on the Cutiefly to knock it out before it can get up a Tailwind. And we would probably have a look at running like potentially like Covert Cloak on the Diglett, so we don't have to be Terra. And in Dreepy, that would allow us to be the Sash to allow us to live something like a Bullet Punch from the Meditite, if that does come out, if it is something like Choice Band, because Dreepy ain't bulky and Meditite is very, very strong. So, yeah, that was a line that I wish we did have access to. Unfortunately, not quite. There was also on the cards for Scarf Dreepy as well, but yeah, not really on the cards again for that as well. There was also the possibility for even something like priority, like an Aqua Jet from like Azurill, but it does force our hand into a lot of ways of how we need to build, and it's literally just into one lead. So maybe we should have done that. Not 100% certain, but we're gonna tab back into here. Yeah, as you can see, the Meditite 21 KOs during main season with 6 knockouts. So that's a difference of 15. That's higher than the second highest KO Pokemon, which is crazy. Like, there's a clear like power difference between that Pokemon alone and the next thing down. Both due to the combination that Meditite is absurdly strong. And also the fact that Burst has been using Meditite's strengths really well and covering Meditite's weaknesses quite well as well. So can't really take that away from Burst. Meditite got those stats and is on a top 2 team for a reason going into the playoffs. So we are going to have a quick look and see what we can do to counteract that. So we're going to start with, we got Life Orb Fuecoco. I felt Fuecoco Life Orb honestly would have been like pretty strong into this team. We got the Terra Flying, because Terra Flying Terra Blast hits a lot of the team quite hard, taking away our fire weakness as well, while still having a little bit of good natural physical bulk to potentially help take an Aqua Jet, maybe not get completely destroyed by it, but give us a fighting chance of living it. We do outspeed Jolly Corphish at timid 244 speed, so, you know, we do take that. But unfortunately, our best form of speed control paired with it this week is the Bulldoze Diglett. So we would be forced to terrestrialize the Fuecoco if we wanted to bulldoze and slow things down. Otherwise, Diglett's kind of just your stock standard with your Stomping Tantrum, Iron Head, and your Bulldoze. Bulldoze just has a lot of good synergy with our team this week. We will have to commit Terrors to really make the best use out of that on 2 of our guys, but we have Covert Cloak on one Mom and Contrary on the other. So that allows us to get a speed buff with Snivy. Pardon me. So that's always good. We have gone a little bit off the comfort zone in the middle 2 here. We have support Esper. Esper was initially Specs, but we have elected to go in a bit more of a supportive role with that Fake Out and that Charm to hopefully slow down the damage quite a bit. Esper, unfortunately, even with all that special defense, Cutie Fly, if it's Sash and it's just like max special attack, max speed, those Pollen Puffs are really going to hurt a lot. I say Pollen Puff over Bug Buzz, mostly because you can side Pollen Puff and heal. That really just puts on a pedestal how much more difficult Meditite Cutie Fly is, because they have a good way of pretty consistently getting up the speed control they need for like a really bulky Meditite, if that is what's brought. With Drain Punch and Pollen Puff, and then just its natural raw strength in pure power, it really hurts. Like it's really quite nasty for our squad specifically to deal with. But with that said, that's what we've gone with for the Esper. Hopefully it pops off. I'm really not 100% certain on it. I'm honestly not 100% certain on a lot of things in this matchup. This is probably by far the highest level of doubt that I've had going into a Sandbox game, and unfortunately it's semifinals against one of the big demons of the league. But you know, with that, we'll go forth and talk about Sotodle. We've gone Curse on Sotodle because we haven't really ran setup on Sotodle yet, and we were advised not to run AV just because we kind of do run it every week, and it sort of just becomes a little bit more predictable. I do think the Citrus is nice. I think maybe Protect over the setup option might have been good as well, because I feel like there would have been options where we would have preferred to do that. But Curse lets us use something pretty funny in regards to a thumbnail that I have in mind, whether we win or lose. We can make it work. We've got the creative team behind that. Shout outs to the Big Gibber, of course. Yeah, so we just Ice Spin and knock off Ice Shard. We just needed Ice does pretty good damage into a lot of the team, and knockoff is great for the 2 things that resist it, and just allowing to remove items as well. Ideally, we avoid burns from the Fennekin, because Fennekin might not be able to do big damage of heat waves and stuff, but if it does Will-O-Wisp us, Sotodle, it's Achilles' heel, in a sense, where if you just burn the Sotodle, it's really not doing too much. Same can be said for like a lot of physical attackers, but we did elect to go for the Terra Psychic, just because a lot of the pressure is a bit too much for poor little Sotodle otherwise. In regards of just taking the Meditite hit, like even with a neutral terrestrialization, if Banded Close Combat is brought, it's just a one-shot. Like, it's so strong. So we did have to keep that one in mind. If it is bulky and has more something like Brick Break, which could be brought, because I trust Burst is going to be one of those coaches that does their research, knowing that I am a big advocate of screens on Snivy. Probably has that line over it if it doesn't need the coverage moves, which they genuinely might not. Drain Punch or Brick Break, or just fighting move of choice, Close Combat, might just be enough for them, which, you know, could be fair enough. As we could probably see, like some priority moves, Protect there as well, as an option on that Meditite as well. So yeah, with that said, we'll go through the last 2. We got a little bit of a bulkier Minfu just with Drain Punch, Aerial Ace, Feint, and Detect. Feint, just a good little priority move. We can Aerial Ace the Cutie Fly down, and then we can Feint it the following turn. Because we are Roselli Berry, we do take Moonblast. It does about 52 to 60-ish% if it's Timid max special attack. So that should help us potentially take that hit and maybe a follow-up hit as well. But Beggars can't be choosers. We're not the bulkiest because we don't have the EV like that's on Snivy. But Roselli Berry hopefully will help us a little bit more in that regard. And last is Snivy. It's just Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, Reflect, Protect. We could have had the option. I was weighing up between Terra Fire and the Terra Ghost. I think the Terra Ghost may have potentially given us some nicer options into a few of the Pokemon being able to resist a bug moves that come out from Cutie Fly. Also being immune to Fake Out and fighting moves as well. Definitely not a bad shout. Or also be able to hit Meditite really hard. And hitting a lot of other things. Ghost hits a lot of things pretty strong neutrally as well. But we elected to go for the Fire more for the over-looming presence of the Magnemite that is there. Just kind of hit that as hard as possible. We don't want to really just tunnel vision on the two Pokemon that we probably don't really beat. We do kind of want to cover for anything that can happen, depending on how things go. I do think we could have had more options if we did run the Terra Ghost. And maybe even a different move over Reflect as well. So if we do have any looming details like that, I guess I'll add it as a side note either after the game or before the game, depending on when I get those thoughts. So this should probably transition into the game actually, so we'll take you in. Oh yeah, so this one is going to quickly be an interlude. We played Burst in 10 minutes time, but annoyingly, I have had a realization. The team that I showed prior going into this will be the team that we have locked in. But it did dawn on me with the realization that because we did make a lot of little changes, and because we are Cloak on the Esper, if we wanted to stick to a little bit more comfort, we could have committed to that Terra Ghost on the Snivy, swapped out Reflect for a Grass Pledge, and added Covert Cloak Oshawott with Water Pledge as well, to give us that Swab Pledge, just to help a little bit in regards of that speed. Because with the Terra Ghost on the Snivy, we should be able to take any hit from the Cutie Fly if it goes for it. We will be immune to the Fake Out as well on either side. And because how Pledge works, like the Snivy will attack and then the Oshawott will attack, so they'll both get an attack. With the Eviolite and the bulk that we have as well, we should be able to take a Bullet Punch plus a Moonblast if that Terra Ghost is called out correctly. And we would be able to probably look at taking a hit with the Oshawott on the Cutie Fly side and get that Swamp speed control up to cover for that Tailwind and allow something like the Fuecoco to really go in pretty nicely with some big Life Orb Heat Waves, and even the Sotodle going for some big attacks as well, being able to get attacks off before Burst is able to do anything. So hopefully it's fine. Hopefully Esper pops off. But I did mention that if something does happen last minute and we bring it up, we will. So we won't dwell on it. I think in regards to the match, we will just lock in and try to do the best we can with the tools that I have given myself. So now we will transition into the match. Top 4 time, baby. We are loading up now. We are up against Burst. Burst has a pretty nasty team. You've probably seen in the intro. Gonna send Terra types real quick. And then get into it. Alright, there they are there. Grab those, pop them down here. Cutie Fly, Meditite, Corphish, Rowlet, Magnemite, and Fennekin. Kind of everything that Bronson kind of brought when we did a little mock and a little bit of theory. A shout out to Bronson. Was quite a big help this week. I wasn't feeling the most confident going into the matchup. I think with this, we had a pre-planned lead of just leading Diglett, Snivy, and I think in the back, at least for the game 1, we're going to go Minfu and Sotodle. In the set that we had, when we had the Diglett Snivy lead, we were able to just run through and really get a lot of pretty quick momentum into a lot of things that we started against. So that should be good. let me quickly run through. Let me check one thing nice and quick. While that's all loading up, just a bit of dead air time here. eMburst is looking to finalize that all now. The Meditite and Cutie Fly lead. Okay, yeah, that was a lead that I wasn't the most happy to see come out here. At least in the game 1. But I think it should be fine, because I think we'll go for I think we have to go for the Terror Ghost immediately. Look to go for that Bulldoze. And I think at least in regards to a turn 1, maybe we go for the Reflect on the Snivy, or we look to throw just damage into the Meditite. I am kind of keen to throw damage into the Meditite, which is what I'll look at doing. Just do want to Terra just to cover the fake out. The Meditite is Terra Fire, so if it does Terrestrialize, it will take a big hit from the Bulldoze. I am going to have my cursor out there. Okay, so big fake out there coming out. Quite a lot of damage coming out there. We see any stat drops on the Meditite. Okay, so stat drop on the Meditite means it's not Covert Cloak. And there is the Tailwind that comes out there from the Cutie Fly as well. So what I want to have a quick look at, if we want to have a look at Meditite here, I think we are still faster than the Meditite with the Snivy. So I kind of want to throw out. I think I go for a protect the Snivy and just Iron Head the Cutie Fly with the Diglett here. Because a Bug Buzz might come out, or Pollen Puff might come out and deal some pretty big damage to it. Bullet Punch going into the Diglett, we are able to take that. The Tangle Hair is going to slow it down. Is it just a double into Diglett? Okay, it is a double into Diglett. Alright, fair enough. So that does go down. Pretty nasty stuff. I think we are kind of probably forced to go into Mienfoo now. And maybe look to threaten anything in that regard. With the Tangle Hair, we are definitely faster than the Meditite now. So I think maybe we do go for that Aerial Ace and that Leaf Storm into the Meditite now. We are Roselli Berry, so we might still be able to run through and live a double or not. So Cutie Fly is able to take that out. It's super rough. Burst is kind of calling every turn correct. That's still not even enough to take out the Cutie Fly. So we're in a pretty rough spot right now, unfortunately, and we see the Drain Punch come out there as well, so it's not post-combat either. So Toddle is coming out now. How many turns of Tailwind are left? It is just the one. So Toddle can't protect because we are 3 attacks cursed. I think we are just going to go for the Feint into the Cutie Fly, just because we can't really... I mean, Bullet Punch is probably coming in the way of Mienfoo. I feel like I kind of want to get information from the Meditite as well, so I kind of want to knock it off, so that's what I'm going to go and do here this time. And get a bit of information on what is in the back line as well. here. So Bullet Punch is coming out there. Okay, so Toddle has his hands quite full. But we will see if this is like an Eviolite or something on the Meditite. It very well could be. It is the Eviolite. So I will mark that there. And the Magnemite is out now. So our game is still a little bit cooked. I think I am just going to go for the spinner into the Meditite. That probably will be enough to take it out. But I think a Bullet Punch plus like a Flash Cannon will be more than enough to secure the game 1 here for it. We are going to see an Electro Web come out, do quite a lot of damage. We still don't necessarily know if that's like scarfed or not. But yeah, pretty rough start into the game 1. We not really an amazing... Nothing really great in terms of that lead. Like, that lead is, like, pretty rough. With, like, anything in the back. Like, we just don't really have a lot for it, like, at all. It's pretty bad. So, hopefully, let's see if we can find a line to work into that a bit more. It may potentially be a forced lead from Esper. I have another idea, actually. I'm actually gonna hold back on that idea, because I just remember the Cutie Fly's Terror, so that actually just will not work. So I will run it with the different proposed lead that I have here. It's not really great, but the options feel just super limited, unfortunately. Because I think a Terra will almost always be committed on... Oh, we won't have to Terra the Diglett out the gate this time. So Toddle, as the Terra call, might be fine for the back. The Magnemite was E-Web. So Magnemite... there was no item really revealed on it, but it could be Scarfed. Like, Scarf E-Web is not a bad shout. But I'm thinking for 4th. In terms of what we would really want. I think it is just gonna be Total 4th. Yeah, Burst's team is like insanely good. There's a reason why they were a top 2 coach with a very convincing record during main season. Yeah, it's that same lead again, causing a bit of strife. So what I kind of want to do is go for a fake out into Meditite. I low-key kind of want to like bulldoze the turn 1 as well, but I think we just fake out and rip an Iron Head into the Cutie Fly. Like, if we see Terra, we see Terra. That's gonna be all she wrote in that regard. And if they go for the... Okay, so the Cutie Fly does protect, so we really don't get a lot out of this turn 1. Except for the Meditite just not really doing anything. We can't really slow anything down too much. I do think I want to charm the Meditite. I think we just go for... I think we might just rip the Bulldoze again. Because we are Cloak on the eSpert. It's doing a lot of damage to us, though. We see the Tailwind come out there. Meditite is gonna... Yeah, it is gonna be slower. So it's slower than Esper. At -1. It's gonna be at -2 now. But there's very likely going to be a Bullet Punch heading out Diglett's way. Healing itself back to full. But that being at -2 is much less of an issue. So we could see a Meditite swap out here. I'm going to look at Thunder Waving the Cutie Fly. No, I'm not, because it's low-key kind of just going to die. And there's nothing really in the back that really wants to take it on. And I don't really want to expend the Terrestrialization on this, but I might have to, just to get the T-Wave off on the Cutie Fly here. Which is a bit rough. I think I might just let Diglett go down and just attempt to go for Iron Head on the Cutie Fly. I do not like this position at all, unfortunately. There's not really too much more we can say about that. It's just a very oppressive duo for our team that we brought. Everything else that we kind of had didn't really match up too sensationally into it either, which is never good. So Meditite's really slow now, and it is Charmed. And it's Drain Punch and it's Eviolite, so it's probably like on the bulkier end as well. We see the Pollen Puff come out. Yeah, that definitely was going to knock out the Esper. But what we can attempt to have a look at doing now is potentially trying to get some... I think we need to try and get some curses up ASAP with Satotl. I think I'm going to throw out another Charm into the Meditite. I think that's kind of what we might have to do here. Positioning still really isn't great, because, like, Magnemite exists in the back, very likely. There is the Fennekin. Okay, Cutie Fly is paralyzed, it cannot move. That is a little nice. We do see the Charm come out here on the Fennekin, and we are going to get our Curse up as well. Unfortunately, we're still, like, Satotl's still just, like, really slow, so even if we paralyze the Fennekin, I don't think it's going to be enough. Is there still a Tailwind turn? There is. Yeah, because it was stagnated, this game. So I will attempt to Thunder Wave that. Do we get the knockout with the Ice Shard on the Cutie Fly? I think we might. At +1. I'm gonna go for it anyway. There's a swap. Okay, this is probably just going straight into Magnemite. It's going to Meditite. Okay. Yeah, doing good damage. Missing that Wisp is pretty nice. That may bail us out. T-Wave missing sucks a very little bit. It gives them another opportunity to go for a Wisp onto the Meditite. I think I'm going to Charm it. There's nothing really stopping like that Fake Out Wisp. It could also look at going for a Fake Out and an attack as well. And Fennekin's kind of a problem at the moment. So maybe we just go for that, and maybe we just go for a knock into the Fennekin as well. No Fake Out is nice, but I think Meditite is going to kind of run through, get some nasty damage off on the... I was going for the Esper. Okay, so Esper is down. So we are now left with Satotl and Snivy against 4. It's still not really great. Snivy, I don't think it's really going to be doing too much here for us. We see the Whisk come out. Okay, so we've lost. I won't concede, but we have lost now. We have officially lost now. That still did half, so that would have got the knockout if we were able to get it. But yeah, we have lost out. There's no real counterplay to it now. I think game is done because Cutie Fly can just live anything it wants to kind of throw out. Fennekin can even just go for like Heat Wave is like just a Heat Wave here as well. Like we just don't have enough gas left in the tank. But it's fine. This matchup was really tough. I think between like that and Ryan's teams, they were just really nasty. Like, Meditite is absurd. I don't even know why that fucking thing was legal, to be honest. That mod is, like, absurd. That mod is more broken than half the mons on the ban list, but... And I think... Not only this game, but I think its season is a very big reason why as well. Like, it is just so absurdly strong. But we're kind of just throwing moves in and out here, like, the game is very much over. It's been over for a while. Because this is probably just what, like, just DP Heatwave. We live on 7, so we get Citrus, but that really means, it means pretty much nothing at this point. Snivy can't, like, we don't really take a Heatwave. Like, we're gonna need, like, an absurd amount of luck. But even still, like, Cutie Flash just in the back. So there's a flamethrower coming out there. So the total is down. Snivy can't really... Snivy doesn't have the gas in it to finish this off, I think. Meditite way too bulky. We just kind of need a bit of... We need a bit of great fortune to hit Fennekin. But we are just going to attempt to throw things out. Yeah, look at that. Nah, that's absurd. Meditite absurdly broken. Meditite's absurdly broken, that's basically all it's going to be. I will... Okay, so Fennekin is paralyzed. We're probably in Bullet Punch range, but I'm just going to throw one out for the books. Maybe Snivy gets another one here. Yeah, that's pretty fair as well, actually. I do think the Bullet Punch picked it up, but going for that just kind of just solidifies things. Yeah, not really much we can do about it. Our matchup against, like, the Cutie Fly Meditite lead, just, like, our draft had nothing for it. Like, really? Like, there really was, like, nothing for it. Like, if we're matching Tailwind, we're bringing, like, our Tier 4 Swablu, which has a pretty miserable time into, like, a lot of the team as well. There's just not a lot that we had there in regards to it. Like, we got absolutely pumped. Really nothing that we had there for that. I will do one last video, though, just summing up the season. Because we had a good season. I enjoyed using a lot of these Pokemon. It was, like, really good. But yeah, Meditite fucking busted. We ban that shit. Please.